What are eclipse portals and how can you actually make use of them to grow and expand your business in a way that is useful and meaningful? I'm Sonia Davis and welcome to my Wednesday wanderings. And yet again, the universe has conspired to keep me in my home office for this one today. I'm really hoping that the technology works this time, because the last couple of weeks I've had real problems getting these videos online. So fingers crossed it all works, and this will be with you very shortly, actually on Wednesday as well. So if you are new here, very welcome to my channel. Please do hit the subscribe button. It really does make a difference to the number of people that get to see this video, and it helps me grow my own business. So, and it's always appreciated. It's a great way you can support me. So let's talk about this eclipse portal. Well, I mean, this one is monumental. It's people I know and respect greatly. A lot of people, astrologers, energy workers, channelers, some really quite significant people out there are all talking about this particular eclipse season being just complete transformation, that we will not be the same people at the end of this. So I wanted to talk to you a little bit about what that actually means in practice. And this isn't about scare tactics or fear mongering or any of that stuff. I do not buy into any of that at all. This is about giving you information and tools so that you can learn and use the energies practically. I'm a really big believer in knowing what's going on in the energy field, in the cosmic astrology and all the other energies that are happening right now. We've got solar flares, Schumann resonance, all the various bits that impact our planet and therefore ours. When we have the information, it's not just so that we're overwhelmed with lots of information, it's so that we can sit and go, right, how can I make use of that? How can I navigate this? It's a bit like me looking at the weather right now with the on and off really heavy thunderstorms and torrential rain that's been coming down in amongst the bright sunshine, and going, actually walking in the park right now is probably not going to be a good idea. I could do it, but A, it would be noisy because it's quite windy out there, so my recording wouldn't be good, and B, I'd get very wet because it is very soggy out there at the moment. I know you can't see it from here, but honestly, I'm looking out my window and it's torrential, and we keep getting thunder and lightning and stuff, so it's all good fun. But when you know, a bit like working with the weather, whatever it is, when you work with the energies, you can make better decisions when you have that information. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. And this eclipse portal that we are already in, we've been in since the last new moon at the end of July. July? Oh no, that's me. The weather affecting me, because I always get hit hard by thunderstorms. End of August. Good grief, I've skipped a month. We are juggling with time right now. We really, really are juggling with time. And in fact, last week's Wednesday Wanderings was all about the nature of time and how it's shifting and changing. And I'm going to be honest, this eclipse portal energy that we're in right now is supercharging that to the max. So let's go back a couple of steps. This eclipse portal opened with the last new moon in Virgo at the end of August, not July, and it runs through September. And we have got the full moon in Pisces with the total lunar eclipse happening this coming Sunday. So that's the 7th of September. I'll get the right months this time. So the 7th of September on Sunday, it's just after 7 p.m. UK time is the actual moment of the new moon, the full moon. I can't get my... Mercury has just gone into Virgo, and I'm struggling with words today. It's messed all sorts of things up for me, so I'm leaning into that energy as well. So bear with me, okay? Thank you for your patience when I mess up my words completely. The energies of this full moon, it's in Pisces, which is all very spiritual, very ethereal, very cerebral, very emotional. It's the intangibles. It's not the solid stability that you get with, say, Aries or Virgo's practicality. It's the exact opposite of Virgo. We're in Virgo season right now. It's the exact opposite of that very practical, grounded Virgo season. Pisces is the ultimate in ethereal, out there, watery fluidity, the intangibles. We've got lots of other really, really big planetary positions happening at the same time, and I'm really not going to go into all of those. I am not an astrologer, although I consume a lot of different amazing people's astrology. They all bring a slightly different perspective on things, which I personally find fascinating, and I marinate it all together. But for me as an energy worker, which is why I'm consuming this stuff and talking to you about it, there's an energy that's happening now that is all about, it's actually about limitless possibilities. There's a sense with that Pisces energy, and particularly with the lunar eclipse, and I'll talk more about the eclipse bit in a second. The Pisces full moon energy is really saying, dare to dream. What do you really want? Now, there's other energies going on this week which are far more about the grounded practicalities, and it's that duality piece. We then move through the full moon in Pisces on Sunday, the 7th of September, with this total lunar eclipse. And then we move towards the next new moon in Virgo on the 21st of September with a partial solar eclipse. And that's why we're in eclipse season, okay? And it's the effect of those eclipses. It's an eclipse portal. There are 2 of these every year, one in the spring, one in the autumn. And the last one in the spring was very significant, and it changed an awful lot of things. This one is already changing things, and you might be feeling that. Now, an eclipse portal, which is the bit, for me, the highlight of the eclipse portal is those 2 weeks between the full moon and the new moon, when there's one lunar eclipse and then the partial solar eclipse. That's the real pivot point. And it's like the lunar eclipse is going to open up doors of possibility that right now, even 4 days before it happens, you're not aware of are possible for you. It's going to open up new doors if you're open to working with the universe energies. And frankly, if you're here on my channel, that's what you're open to, right? You wouldn't be here if you weren't interested in this stuff. So if you're working with those energies, expect Sunday to bring the unexpected. Now, I don't know what that's going to be. I certainly don't know what it's going to be for me. But if you're open to the concept of new things, new ideas, new information landing with you, you really harness your growth. You get to propel your growth forward more quickly. Because the other thing that happens with these eclipse portals is that we condense time. And like I said, my video last week, Wednesday Wanderings from last week, was all about the nature of time and how it's changing and all of those things, and time is condensing. But believe me, it is 100-fold condensing during this eclipse portal because of all the other planetary influences going on. So what I want to suggest, if you want to work with these energies, and do watch this week's Monday weekly guidance, which I put out on the 1st of September, because that really talks through the specifics of this particular week, and that will help you set up for this first moment of eclipse, the lunar eclipse on Sunday. But to move through this portal, there's a sense of openness that's really important, a sense of being willing to surrender and release to the universe. Trust and faith was actually one of the cards that came out for this week in terms of this week's weekly guidance. And there is that sense of just trusting in the process. So in terms of your business, I really want you to think about what's been holding you back. Because when you notice something, you can bring it into your conscious awareness, which means you can choose differently. So if you know that, I keep procrastinating around doing that thing, okay, bring it out, face it, look at it. What would change if you did that thing? What are the implications if you don't do that thing? And really get honest with yourself. There's a real honesty in these times. Self-honesty. And this is about self from the soul, not from the head, but from the soul. What's your heart telling you? What's your soul telling you? Is there something blocking you from doing that thing that you know you need to do and you keep putting off? And that's not about judgment. That's not about saying you're wrong, you're bad, you should be doing these things. I personally want to ban the word should from the English language. I think it causes more problems than it solves. Is there something blocking you? Because when you do know that, you can go, okay, what is it? And maybe there's something there that needs healing. Maybe there's something that needs letting go of. Maybe there's an old limiting belief that you're not consciously aware of, that you can look at when you really dive into what's going on with this thing that I'm putting off and I'm avoiding doing. When you really look at it, actually, you can go, hang on a minute. I don't believe that anymore. That's an old limiting belief. That's holding me back. Right, I'm going to choose differently. Right, oh look, it's unlocked. I can now go and do that thing. When you bring it into your conscious awareness, it's really available for you to decide differently. And you don't have to be limited and bound by old beliefs and old feelings and old emotions. And if you are, spoiler, I'm an expert in helping you through that stuff. So reach out to me, drop me a message, whatever. But when you work with the energies of this particular eclipse portal, and I've really only talked about the lunar eclipse on the 7th so far, and I will come on to the new moon solar eclipse as well in a minute. When you allow yourself to release the things that are holding you back, and you get, it's almost like you're clearing up, you're clearing house. I've been doing some of my filing, my paperwork filing. It's been sitting there for ages. I'm not the best at filing, let's be honest, but there's always some things that you have to have in paper form, and I need to put them away, and I haven't been doing that, and I've been putting them off, and I've actually got some time set aside tomorrow morning to literally go and do my filing. Because actually, that's important, because it clears space for more things. If you hold on to old things, you don't allow space for new things to come in. That's a really important message that's coming through a lot from my guides at the minute. If you keep holding on to old ways of doing things, old ways of being things, even old physical objects, you stop new things coming in, you stop new possibilities, and that means you're blocking your growth. And that's something that I've been, I'm in this as much as you are. So with that, being open to new possibilities, because when you clear out and you do that work, suddenly new opportunities can drop in. And I really want to say through this eclipse portal, particularly the 2 weeks between the 7th and 21st of September, between the full moon lunar eclipse and the new moon solar eclipse on the 21st, there's that window of literally anything can happen. Anything can happen. There is so much other astrology going on right now, so many other planetary influences, so many other energies flying around, solar flares. The Schumann resonance as the planet upgrades is just going crazy right now. We're all upgrading, we're all growing. And this is your opportunity to work with that energy rather than fighting against it. What I will say is you can choose to ignore this, and that's totally up to you. You have free will, we all have free will, and you can choose to go, no, I don't buy this. This isn't my vibe. That's fine. You carry on doing you, okay? And if that feels right for you in your soul, then you crack on. There is no judgment with this. Everyone is a unique individual, and what's right for you will not be right for me. But if you resist change and growth, you're actually sabotaging your own potential. That might sound harsh, but it's true. And when you work with the energies and you go, okay, the universe is pushing me to really let go of that thing and really heal that thing and be open to new ideas. If you're open to that, oh, the universe will come and meet you halfway. And it will catapult you forward in ways that you probably don't expect right now. And it's amazing when that happens. Trust me, I do this a lot, okay? I don't share with you anything that I haven't lived and breathed myself. This is my reality, and I'm here to share that with you. Not as a theoretical teacher, but as a lived experience guide and mentor to say, this is possible, you can do this too. It works for me. There are ways through this. It's not about do it my way, it's about use these energies in and be open to how they work for you. You can really transform things like overnight. And that's the thing. That's what the Eclipse Portal will do. If you work with these energies, you can transform things overnight. Things can change. I'm so excited to see what happens for me personally over the next couple of weeks. Honestly, I think I've felt a real period of build up to this over the last, really certainly since the summer solstice, the June solstice. There's been a huge amount of personal growth for me, personal development for me, business growth for me, different ways of me looking at things, different ways of me approaching things, consolidating things that have been building up for a while and going, suddenly that makes sense now. I've had all of that going on over the summer, and it feels like I'm right on the precipice of the next level. But it's not, because it's in the Eclipse Portal, it's not just about going from here to here. It's going to be from here to here, because that's what the Eclipse Portal does. It condenses time, which means if you're on a journey of growth in your business, this could take you in 2 weeks through a portal of time that otherwise would take you 3 months or longer. That's what's going to happen. That's what to expect if you're open to working with these energies. Genuinely, it's really exciting. I am so excited to see what comes out of it. I mean, by the end of September, by 1st of October is another Wednesday. Well, there's a few between it then. It's like 4 in between. But 1st of October, Wednesday Wanderings. I'm quite excited to see where things are by then, because I think things are going to be very different. For me personally, but also for you, I'd love to know. I would love to know. If you're feeling right now like you're on the precipice of something, but you don't know what it is, go with it. Really go with it. If you're struggling to think about, but I don't actually know what I want, that's where I can help you, okay? Book in, I'll put the link below, but that's what an expansion audit is all about. I'll put the link for that in the text below this video. So drop into that. That's really powerful, and that's a real way of helping you understand exactly what it is that your soul wants. Not what your mind thinks it ought to be doing and all the busyness and chaos and noise, but it's about getting clear on that. So if you're struggling with that, this is such a powerful opportunity to jump into one of those and book one of those. I'll put the link below. The full moon lunar eclipse on the 7th is all about letting go of old stuff and being open to completely new ideas. And then we go through the following couple of weeks all the way through to the new moon in Virgo with the solar eclipse on the 21st. And that really is where things get real. Okay, so there's a sense of preparation going on right now, and we're building up to the first eclipse. The bit between the two is where we're traveling through the portal, and we don't necessarily know what it's going to look like on the other side. And the other factor in this is literally the day after that new moon solar eclipse is the autumn equinox, which is the ultimate in grounding, in linking back in. We're going from Virgo season into Libra season on the 23rd. So literally you've got one day after the other. This month is unprecedented. So the 21st is the solar eclipse new moon in Virgo. The 22nd is the equinox. The 23rd we hit Libra, which is all about balance. So Virgo is very practical, very grounded. This month is all about making things happen, but in a way that is soul-led, not brain-led. So use these energies, use this eclipse portal, work with it, dream really big, particularly between now and the full moon, on the 7th, the first one, the lunar eclipse. And in the build up to that, get your dreams and be aware that you might have new things drop in that you don't even know about right now. And that's okay. Because if you've done the clearing out work, you'll have the space to be open to those things. If you want to know more specifically about the new moon in Virgo and the solar eclipse, I am hosting another one of my new moon expansion sessions on the 17th of September as well. That's completely free. And again, I'll put the link for sign up in that. And that's when we'll really talk about the energies very specifically and how you can work with them to build and grow your business. We'll get really specific on what's coming up and specific tools that you can use. There's a workbook that goes with that to help you actually plan out the next 28 days until the following new moon in Libra later in October. So sign up for that if you want. If you want to get clear on your dreams and your vision, if you've got a lot of noise in your head, book an expansion audit. I'll put that below. But yeah, I would love to know how you're feeling now, how you're feeling about the Eclipse Portal. It's going to condense time. Literally anything is possible right now. If you dream it, if you create space for it, you can achieve anything you want. That's so exciting. And it's not just about dreams, because we've got the new moon in Virgo later on this month, and that is about the how. There's a practical stuff. This is real. This isn't just coming up with ideas to maybe do next year. This is what I want, and it's going, right, here you go. Here it is. Wow. It's that. That's the energy we're working with right now. So if you're open to that, please go with it. It's a huge opportunity, and I would love to know how it lands for you. I am wishing you the most beautiful eclipse season. Oh my goodness, such a powerhouse, such a powerful one. If you've got any questions, you want to ask me anything, please do drop them in below. Please don't forget to like this video. Again, it makes a difference. And another reminder, don't forget to hit subscribe if you haven't already, because it really does help me with growing this channel and getting more people seeing this information so that it can help them. I'm on a mission to help more people, so that's what I'm about. I'm going to leave this here. I'm sending you love, light and blessings as we travel through this incredible eclipse portal. I'm excited to see where it takes us, and I hope you are too. Take care, and I will see you soon.